Hi, I'm Gil Whiteley. Welcome to Gil Whiteley Now and Then. As a longtime film historian, as a kid, I went to movies all the time. We were first in line at the Valencia Theater in Evanston, Illinois, to see all the 50s monster movies, The Tingler and Man from Outer Space and Invaders from Mars and all of that. And as I grew through it, I grew up in some of the greatest eras of film history. The 60s and 70s were unbelievable. Currently, we're sitting on movies that are being made about video games, about theme park rides, about comic books or whatever they want to buy them, graphic novels. Today we're going to explore some of the greatest female characters. I'm going to want your opinion at the bottom on this page. You can please like and do all the things you need to do there. But this is something that is not the definitive list. It's my list. And if I dug deeper, I dug pretty deep here, looked at thousands of roles for this. I've seen thousands of films throughout my lifetime. I'll be giving a lot of film reviews and or suggestions of things you might want to see, including binge watching, other things you need to do. So please pass this site on. This YouTube page, Gil Whiteley Now and Then, to your friends, especially if they're film lovers. Some of the great films of all time, some of the great characters, more importantly, looking through. We go back. This is going to be in no particular order, other than towards the end, we get to some of my favorite characters of all time. So we'll go through that. We can. Some of the more recent films in the past 20, 30 years that I have on this list is Natalie Portman in the movie Leon, the Professional, Jean Reno. Natalie Portman was 12 or 13 years old in this film. Unbelievable job. If you've not seen Leon, the Professional, stop whatever you're doing and do other than don't stop this video, and watch that, because it's an incredible film. Natalie Portman as a little girl is incredible in that film. Who can forget Alex Forrest? Now you're thinking, Alex Forrest, who's that? Alex? That was Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. Every man's nightmare. Especially every man that was out philandering some. And we're looking in. We're going to go back a little bit, and so stick around for these. Uma Thurman as the bride. She never really had a name till, and there's Beatrix Kiddo, as we find out later, in the Kill Bill films. She is fabulous in it. Tarantino's really good at empowering women, and they have their own world. Tarantino's kind of misunderstood by a lot of people. Everybody thinks they're really violent. He doesn't show as much violence. His violence is almost in the Kill Bill films that he uses 5 or 6 different types of blood and all the things that go with it, which includes ink in black and white and all like and there's incredible films, Kill Bill, and if you look and go back with it, you can find a lot of really good reasons why Tarantino does things. Amanda Priestley, The Devil Wears Prada. Really, Anne Hathaway was great in this, but Meryl Streep. As far as the actress in the last 15, 18, 20, 25 years, Meryl Streep has never turned in a bad performance. Amanda Priestley, she stayed in character during all of the filming, which is, and it scared a lot of people. If you've already seen Devil Wears Prada, and her, she plays Sophie in Sophie's Choice. Tough movie to watch. She has mastered the Polish accent, talking in English with a Polish accent. Unbelievable performance. Also a nominated performance for what she did there. One of the great, I think we need to get back, and Halle Berry as Letitia in Monsters Ball. I remember seeing that. And Billy Bob Thornton, I thought Billy Bob Thornton was married at that time. He was married to Angelina Jolie, and I said, no, you don't get to go make love to Halle Berry at work and then go home and you have Angelina Jolie there. No, that's not right. That's not fair. I remember thinking that when I watched that film. Monsters Ball, really a dark story about death row and how it affects everybody around it, including the guards and family and all the stuff that go with that. Incredible film, incredible. Halle Berry's great in that. Yeah, so if you haven't seen that, it's a great one to catch up on what Halle Berry. You may or may not have seen that. It's not as violent as you might think. Maybe the ultimate female empowered role. Sigourney Weaver. Who am I going to say Sigourney Weaver? That's right, Ripley. Her character of Ripley in all the Alien films, man. I mean, she was no femme fatale where people needed to save her. She was unbelievably strong. Really great performances in all of those films by her. I really only got one musical here. And who do you think I'm going to put in here out of a musical? Liza Minnelli from Cabaret, Sally Bowles, and brought up in the United States, living over in France during the German occupation as World War II was starting. But a great musical, one of the first really dark musicals. That most musicals are light and fun and all that. Not so much fun. Marge Gunderson. Who's Marge Gunderson, you saying? Well, Frances McDormand in Fargo. And again, if you haven't seen Fargo, stop what you're doing other than do not do it until this video is over. Frances McDormand in Fargo was incredible. She made Marge Gunderson the investigating police officer with this Minnesota accent that is unbelievable. What a great, really great, and a lot of you aren't old enough to remember Dorothy Dandridge. She did so many great roles. She was in so many terrific films. Again, another musical based on the movie or the play Carmen, also a musical. This is Carmen Jones, Harry Belafonte. Dorothy Dandridge is, God, she was just so beautiful, so talented. Halle Berry later played her in the movie, which was so cool. I'm gonna get a little bit down the road. Hildy Johnson in His Girl Friday. We're going back a little bit. It's a breaking newspaper story film. Rosalind Russell is unbelievable in that. If you've not seen His Girl Friday and you do like black and white, go back to those movies. Not Cary Grant, His Girl Friday, perfect. The Stieg Larsson trilogy Uh, the couple movies they made in the United States really didn't not follow the Stieg Larsson novels. And when I call about the Stieg Larsson, that is the girl with the dragon tattoo, the all the girl with that played with fire, all the different ones there. Noomi Rapace. It's a foreign film. It is in Swedish. You can read, I imagine. So, in fact, if you can do that, you follow those. Watch all three of those. If you have a long Saturday, it's raining out, it's a weekend, you want to just kind of snuggle up by yourself and watch three great films. Watch that trilogy. It's unbelievable. She plays Elizabeth Slander, and Elizabeth Slander is one of those kick-ass female characters that you want. Be unbelievable. Let's go back to early Jack Nicholson. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Well, who was the strong female character there? Nurse Ratched. Louise Fletcher actually won an Academy Award for her depiction of the relentless Nurse Ratched. I'm getting up towards the top of my list here. Just incredible performance by Louise Fletcher. Silence of the Lambs, Clarice Starling. Jodie Foster, maybe in her best role. She didn't play so many films Jodie Foster was great in. All the way from she was a girl in Taxi Driver and she's still making great films. Jodie Foster, unbelievably long career that people don't have. We're getting up to my last couple too. Margot Channing. Film that you might not have, most of you, if you're a film buff, you've seen it. Margot Channing, played by Bette Davis, and one of the great films of all time. If you get an opportunity to watch, that film, you're in really a good spot. To watch that. So that's all about Eve. Around 1950-51, Marilyn Monroe had a great ring day. One of the great depictions of an actress, foreign actress, was in fact Annie Hall, Diane Keaton and Annie Hall. One of the great performances of all time. Yeah, la-di-da. And Diane Keaton, so many great roles in The Godfather, and even in later life, she had done so many things. So we're looking at a lot of these, and I'm looking for you to leave off of this list. You can say, oh yeah, I love the different ones I picked. Give me some of your own. I'd like to know that. Leave that on here, leave that on the Facebook page, whatever you might be. Give me your reaction to this. The great female characters. Not necessarily the actresses, we'll do that at another time. The great female characters in film history. Stick around, tell people about this page. We're going to do a lot of film. I love film, and so lots of film going to be on this page. I'm Gil Whiteley. I'll think to that.